Right, so for our next one, this we're going to get down on floor. So you might want a little mat under you, some pillows, or use it on carpet, I don't know, do whatever, but just try and make sure your knees are comfy, yeah? I'm on all fours like that, yeah? And all I'm going to do first is I'm going to lift my knees up, so I'm here. Now, if that's a struggle, you're just going to do that for 5 to 10 seconds, yeah? You're just going to get used to doing that. If it's a real bad struggle, maybe you do one knee at a time and just lift and get your hips moving. Maybe that's where you need to start. If you do, like I said before, that's absolutely fine. But hopefully, we can all kind of start here. I'm going to hold that position. If we feel okay, we can add some shoulder taps in. And we can try and do about 10 of those, yeah? If we're okay with that, I'm confident that we can start to advance it, right? And I can show you the ultimate aim and what I want this drill to actually look like. So, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to come up, I'm going to go shoulder tap, I'm going to lift my elbow up and twist, so I'm lifting my elbow up and twisting, and then I'm going to go my arm all the way up, and then finally, I'm going to kick through like that. So boom, boom, in my knee pop then. So I'm here, shoulder tap, elbow, kick through. You can start to put a bit of pace into it. 3 to 5. 3's good, 5's really good if you want to test yourself a little bit. You know, start to get your heart rate up a little bit. Again, you might just want to start here. And that might be it for you. This might be enough. Just here and just hold it. And then we can add them in and we start to develop that. And we just do a few sets of that to start to develop that capacity. But again, if we feel good, we're going to go boom, boom, elbow. See how we're getting that rotation, and then twist and twist. And that's our first sort of, where we're starting to put movements together, yeah? Where we're starting to not just, I'm trying to move away from we sit on the floor and we push something, or we sit on the bench and we push something, or we stand up and we push something. I'm trying to get away from even just, look, this isn't bad, you know, but I want to throw some movement into it really. And ideally, I want to get as much movement into positions as possible. I don't want to put any more stiffness into the system. You'll see in a lot of back rehab, you might see movements like this. Yeah, you might see like these, you know, like bird dogs and stuff. They have a place, right? They can help, but this is going to help a hell of a lot more, because rather than just holding a position, we're developing our capacity to move and control. So we're maintaining stability while creating some space as well. So we've got multiple muscles and structures that are relaxing and contracting at once. That's what movement is, yeah? It's that ability to switch between movements, to switch between positions. I'll keep going back to it, but we're developing your neurology, we're developing your map of the body. So that's one, yeah? I'm going to give you another one in a second, but that's one option, yeah? And you can do both of them, you can do one of them, you can do a couple of sets, you can do one set. Depends how much time you've got, depends where you're starting. As I keep saying, maybe you are really weak though, and you haven't got much confidence in it, so you might just start holding that for a few seconds at a time. That might be enough for you, yeah? You might get to that, and you know what, touch your shoulders a bit much, so you might just do this. You might just lift up there, and then eventually we can add them taps in, and then we can add them shoulder things in, and you might have to build each individual piece, but I've shown you what I want it to be, yeah? I want it to do, again, how hard are you pushing yourself? How much time have you got? You might do 3 sets of that, you know, I say 3 sets, 3 reps. So one sequence, that's 1 rep, you know, so tap, tap, shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, that's 1 rep. Might do 3, 5's really good, yeah? If you want to push it, like if I'm wanting to really start getting my heart rate up, I might do 5. Depends what I've got on for the rest of the day. But don't spend loads of time on it. There's another one coming. You can do both, you can do a couple of these, maybe do that on the next workout. But start where you're comfortable, build up to it. I promise you we'll be able to get there, I promise you. It's nothing, it looks a bit, like maybe it looks a bit daunting, but once you get them bits together and you get that first bit right, and you start getting a bit of movement in, you're going to start to feel better, I promise you.